Psychopathy is one of the most misunderstood words in modern culture. People use it to mean evil, violent, or serial killer. But clinically, it's much more specific than that. I'm Jason, and this is Through the Bulk, where today we're going to get to the bottom of psychopathy. So here's the first important detail. Psychopathy isn't a DSM diagnosis. The DSM diagnosis that you could find is antisocial personality disorder, or ASPD. And ASPD is largely about behavior, repeated lying, manipulation, impulsive behavior, irresponsibility, violating social norms, aggression, and, importantly, a lack of remorse. And all of this starts very early, and typically with conduct problems starting at or before the age of 15. Psychopathy is more of a personality style that overlaps with ASPD, but goes deeper into emotional wiring. Researchers often categorize psychopathy into two separate clusters. One is the interpersonal traits: superficial charm, confidence, glibness, manipulation, and grandiosity. And two are the emotional traits: low empathy, shallow emotions, low guilt, fearlessness, or at least fear that doesn't stick. And this part matters because not all psychopaths are violent, and a lot of them aren't criminals at all. Many are what people would call successful psychopaths. They're high-functioning, calm under pressure, and exceptionally good at reading people. And not because they care, more so they're tracking you like data. So the question is what does psychopathy look like in everyday life? It oftentimes shows up as someone who's able to harm someone without any emotional friction. Someone who treats relationships like transactions, and who can turn sincerity on and off like it's a switch. Now, culturally, psychopathy gets linked to certain environments: competitive workplaces, social hierarchies, politics, high-stakes finance, and quite often leadership roles. Now, it's not as though those careers create psychopaths. Rather, those spaces reward certain characteristics: the fearlessness, the charm, the ruthless decision-making. So the real danger isn't a mask-wearing or knife-wielding villain. It's the person who does damage with a smile, and then sleeps perfectly fine afterwards. And the final thing to remember here is this: psychopathy isn't being mean. It's a measurable pattern of traits involving conscience, empathy, and impulse control. So, if you're looking for the clearest definition, psychopathy is when a person can understand human emotions without being governed by them. And that is profoundly human behavior, but with the human part turned way down.